voice memos is on, and we are also recording on this one, so you can go ahead and go.
Okay. So you don't want me to look at any of the cameras?
Yeah, you're gonna
Just
look at it.
me?
Just honestly,
Okay.
look like you're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you really are.
Yeah.
And that's gonna set your mind at ease. Just pretend these cameras aren't here.
So, tell me about when you first realized that you wanted to go into ministry. And sort of, you're able to reiterate the question to me, like, I first realized I wanted to go into ministry when.
Yeah. I think that I first realized that I wanted to be in full-time ministry. It was like a worship set of like a youth camp that I went to, and I've been pretty seriously considering going to elementary education, but then I was in a worship service, and like the thought of like education or even like any other job, I was just like, I have to do that for my whole life. Like that sounds awful. But I was in this worship like set, and I was just like, this is what I could do for the rest of my life. Like I can live just wholeheartedly, like just praising Jesus with whatever it is that I do, but like just being involved in just serving God in it like all of the time. And so really from then it was like, okay, how do I turn that into a job? And just kind of realizing like, all right, I want to go to a Bible school, I want to go to a ministry school because I want to know, I want to know how to serve people well, and I want to know how to make a difference in the way that God wanted me to.
Awesome. Now, tell me about when you first started looking for where you were going to pursue this education in ministry.
Yeah, I think I knew pretty early on that I wanted to go to a Bible school, and so I started kind of looking around. And my biggest thing was that like I knew that if I wanted to be able to like minister to other people, I needed to know the Bible really well. And so I started looking at a couple. I looked at like one in Colorado to stay close to home, but really I landed on one that I got pretty sure about, and it was called Rhema Bible College in Oklahoma. I don't remember where in Oklahoma. Tulsa. It was in, I landed on Rhema Bible College in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so me and my mom actually went about a year ago in October, and we flew out there for the weekend and did the college tour, and it was a really cool school, like really amazing people on fire for God. But there was also just a lot of things where it was like, I didn't really feel like I fit there. They had a lot of things that I wasn't totally sure that I believed in. And so I kind of just hit this point where I was like, all right, I know that it would be good. I know that God could use it, but is that really what God's best thing is for me? And so I was a little bit discouraged coming back just because I didn't really know what my next step was. But then I started talking to my youth pastor about it. His name is Pastor Isaiah, and he asked me if I'd ever heard of Highlands College. I was like, nope. And he asked me if I'd ever heard of Church of the Highlands. I was like, nope. And he said, it's in Alabama. And he said every time that he's visited it, it makes him want to move to Alabama. And like going from Colorado to Alabama, we're like, wow, that's got to mean a lot. So so I went home and I Googled it, and literally just like within the first, 15, 20 minutes, I'm watching all the promo videos about it and reading all the articles, and I just like started crying because I was like, this is where I could fit. This is where I know that like would be like the best thing, especially because my church is a grow church, so we have those same core values and that same culture and dynamic. And so I was like, even if everything else is terrible, I know that we'll value the same things, and so that I'll be able to grow in the way that I know God wants me to grow. And so I never went to a preview day, never visited Alabama, nothing. I just told my mom about it. She's like, great. We booked a ticket, and I showed up on move-in day, not meeting anybody.
Awesome. Tell me about where you are now in Highlands College.
Yeah. I guess we're a little over, or just about 3 months in. Actually, I think it's the 10th. So we are 3 months in, is it 3 or 4 months?
That's much.
September, October, November. It's been 3 months. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're 3 months into Highlands College, and I definitely love it. I think it was